choice in the village. Moto car, moto wife, moto village.
My name is Kiko Collado. I'm from Klassik Garage, Klassik Motorcycles, and the base bike is a Yamaha XS 1300 Midnight Special 1980 model.
What did you guys do with it?
Originally kasi yung bike, it's a cruiser. So ang ginawa namin, kinonvert namin siya into cafe. Basically, ginawa namin siyang cafe. Yung idea namin, binase namin dun sa kung ano yung year niya ng kotse. Parang 70s, 80s yung kulay niya, yung font, etc. Tapos malinis lang siya, wala siyang mga extra sa left and right. Yung idea ng cafe racer, walang side mirror, walang gauge, yung mga signal light na nakatago. Pinalitan namin siya ng tank ng XJ. Then yung fork niya, naghanap kami ng yung pang classic na sports bike. Yung ang clip-on niya is nasa ibabaw. Yung ginawa namin sa kanya.
Gaano katagal?
Nag-start kami dun sa bike around January. Actually yung bike, sabi sa akin nung client is umaandar daw nung kukunin ko. Pero pagdating ko, sabi niya, nanggaling na daw sa iba't ibang builder, iba't ibang mekaniko, tapos parang 4 years na. And yung picture na sinad niya sa akin, iba dun sa condition na, kaya talagang from ground up, hinula-hulaan talaga namin kung paano siya papaandarin.
So halong mechanical and aesthetic.
Lahat, sir, mechanical and aesthetics. And right now, nandun pa din kami sa testing stage, yung condition ng bike, etc. Pero we're getting there. Kasi naman talaga nung dati, talagang wala. Durog talaga yung bike, kasi durog talaga.
They hung a sign up in our town. If you're gonna live it up, you won't live it down. So she let on real sun, just like the bullet leaves a gun. With his charcoal eyes and lips.
Hi, I'm Tayabaya from RE North and Motorcycle Garage. This is Project Serum. Base bike is Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 Baker Express.
Saan based yung shop mo, your garage?
It's in Project 4, Quezon City. Well, actually, it's really a backyard garage of RE North group. We're not really professionals and we're not yet accepting clients. It's really more on passion that we're building. We started the group last year during the pandemic.
Dami so, na tenga kasi sa pandemic.
Exactly.
Maka-build na nga ng motor. First project niyo ba yan?
Personally, this is going to be my second. I started with a Keyway Cafe Racer. I had very positive feedback with the build. So, I now shifted to big bike.
Pero sa pagka-custom, are you into fabricating and all of that or?
No, actually malayo. I work as a payroll manager. Pero siguro nandun lang din sa blood. You know, when I have something, I wanted it to be unique. Pag nakita ng tao, alam niya, kay Tay Abaya to. Walang formal training, welding and everything, wala. So it's really more on research lang, lakasan lang ng loob sa pagputol. Mostly trial and error talaga eh. The concept was a neo retro cafe racer. We wanted to capture yung essential ng classic cafe racer, but also to put some modern twist in it. We replaced the Interceptor stock suspension with a Klassik 500 suspension to drop it by 2 inches. And then we put on clip-ons ng GT535. And then of course, we have the front cowling. We extended it a bit para medyo humaba yung itsura ng motor. We still use the original headlight dahil mas classic nga siya. And then we put the usual X mark for Cafe Racer. Now at the back, it's going to be the same, the Royal Enfield single seat with cowling. Of course, we did the tail tidy. So what we did is just to cut the frame. And then yung pinagkatan ng frame, we used bar and signal lights and convert it into rear and brake lights. And then we put a smaller U-bend para lang magkaroon ng frame yung cowling niya. The tank, it's the original tank. We just painted it. The target was a monochrome effect. We outsourced it to DB Klassik actually. We played with gray and black and then a little bit of white para dun sa medyo futuristic din yung dating ng paint niya. And then tinerno namin yung mga engine covers, rims, powder coated with charcoal para medyo grayish yung dating niya.
They hung a sign up in our town. If you're gonna live it up, you won't live it down. Just live by
Hi, I'm Joey Alcantara from Gents Custom Garage. My base bike is Honda Bros 1988.
Okay, anong ginawa mo sa bike?
Yung ginawa ko po dito sa bike is more on tipid build. Kasi vintage na rin siya. Sayang kasi yung mga piyesa na nakakabit pa na pwede pang gumana. Ngayon, ang pinaka ginawa lang po namin is more on lowered ng shocks, ng paint, ng handlebars, ng clip-ons, and seats na more on cowling. Yan. And then engine, recondition kasi natambak na lang siya dati ng minmaintain na lang namin kung ano yung pwede pang accessories na gumagana, yun yung in-stay na lang namin. Hindi namin siya pinalitan, hindi namin siya tinanggal. Kasi yung pyesa na rin niya at ibang accessories niya is vintage na din. So sayang, oo.
So, what you felt na can be retained na bakit mo papalitan, iwan na. So,
iwan.
more of the cafe racer
sayang
aesthetics ang
kasi
ginawa
yun.
natin.
Yes.
What else have you done?
More on polish and then rewires.
Tapos gaano
Tuning.
katagal?
Siguro mga 5 months.
Wow! Talagang binuhay nyo.
5 months.
So, hindi ito gumagana nun?
Hindi.
Okay, well, good job. It's nice and running kasi biniyaya mo dito eh.
To go, go, go. Like Conor McGregor with a samurai sword on rollerblades. Like Vaseline Lomachenko off the 4-passer Gatorade. Like Kathleen Hanna with bare claws grabbing Trump by the pussy. Like Delia Smith off the 10 shot.
Hi, I'm Paul Anthony Simon Cantos, and I'm the head designer and owner of Macchina Customs. This is is a Triumph Trident 660. It's a futuristic cafe racer. What we did with this bike is very unusual for a regular motorcycle. You know, it's not really a trend for us here in the Philippines to do something like this, but we're one of the pioneers who's actually doing this kind of stuff. One of the highlights of this bike is, of course, the retractable seat. You have to pull it up para lumabas yung gas tank. Also, if you notice, there's a floating cowl at the rear. It's a detachable seat cowl. Natatanggal siya. So, pwede siya maging street bike or pwede siya maging standard bike and pwede siya maging cafe racer. With the seat, it's detachable also. You can actually redo the whole thing in terms of design. It can be a single-seater, it can be a dual-seater, depends on the concept. All the parts is fabricated. So, there are few aftermarket parts only na ginawa dito sa bike na to. With the aftermarket, so only the exhaust, side mirror, and the clip-on handlebars. And then the rest is all fabricated, no? It's all handmade. We left some of the parts of the Triumph here sa bike. Kasi of course, we don't want to take out the whole Trident look. So we want to make sure that there's going to be parts here na makikita nyo na it's still a Trident. To make sure that it's custom, but it has the base of the Triumph Trident. The stance of this bike is very aggressive in terms of riding position and then looks. You know, it's a concept bike, so basically, it's something that you don't ride for long drives. But, of course, it's still rideable, at the same time, comfortable. With the color scheme, of course, there's a 3-color combination here in this bike. So we have the gray, black, and then the blue. We left the other rim black, and then the blue emphasize yung front areas because andun yung mismong look ng bike. There's a lot of fabricated parts on this, especially on the rear part. One, you have to consider the electricals and everything. We have to put it all together. So what we did was, we made a box specifically for the ECU only. We put everything underneath. We did it free-handedly. It's like a blank canvas for us. So I just bent some tubes and then put all the patterns all together. It's all in the mind. Kumbaga, yun yung pinaka-design ng bike. All original. It all works and it's a rideable bike. It's a roadworthy bike as well. With the design of the tank, it's a very intricate details on that. Parang piece by piece. The tank itself is around 25 to 30 pieces to build. So, medyo mahirap at the same time complicated kung paano namin siya ginawa. So, we have to consider, of course, the fuel pump, the electrical, everything on that, especially with the chassis. So, basically, there's 2 subframes here. One is the main subframe, yung humahawak na sa buong motor. And then the second one is yung retractable. With the paint, lahat to is all powder coated from base to bottom. We want it to be all metal, all aluminum. So basically, ginawa namin siya as clean as possible. The next one is of course the lights. So sa tank, may makikita kayo doon na parang mga button holes. It lights up. Also, when you lift up the retractable seat, there's gonna be lights underneath. So when you gas up, there's a light for that. And then with the rear cowl naman, there's the LED strips there. So, it lights up on the red side. Once you brake, nandun siya, makikita nyo. Plus, it has a third brake light. Kunyari, gusto nyo tanggalin yung rear cowl, there's gonna be tail light still. It's all customized. Yun yung kagandahan dito. Even the smallest details of this bike is fully customized talaga siya. There's a badge also in the middle of the tank. It says that it's a one-of-one made by Macchina Customs. So, I hope you guys like what you see here. Macchina is still pushing towards that futuristic look. At the same time, we want to make sure that we move on with the design, especially with the custom bikes. So the hardest part of this build is, of course, making it work. It's like a Lego, you know, like it's like something that you have to put all together, but it has to work. That's the tricky part. Kasi not everything is like ginawa lang nila pero hindi nila tinapos or hindi natakbo. But this one is a fully functional bike. So you can ride it anytime. It's a rideable bike. You can just use it anytime you wanted.